And how did we get involved?
Well, they were taking donations of anything. I mean, obviously, when you have that many people in one area for many, many days, weeks at a time, they're going to need supplies, they're going to need things to keep going. And one of the biggest things that they needed was water. Okay, well, we went all the way to Kmart. We bought, I think, 4 big cases of water, which means that we're each carrying 2 of the 24-ounce things of 24 bottles of water. I don't know if anyone's ever carried one of those, but 1 is a lot, so 2 each is more than a lot. I, after like 3 or 4 blocks, could not carry anymore, and Adam had to stack several, and it was just very, very exhausting, but it was so worth it. I think people were looking at us like we were crazy because we didn't have a cart, we didn't have anything, we were carrying it. Pretty much as soon as we got out of the Kmart, we knew it was a different idea than what we saw in our minds, and we might have tried to think it out better if we went back and did it again, but it was worth it, and it was nice making a contribution, even if it was a very long walk, probably the longest walk of my entire life. We discussed the positives of a movement like this, how it was so necessary, how the government seems to view, especially our generation, as one of ignorance, and that's clearly not true. And I think that the biggest thing of the Occupy movement is that it's a coming together of not just our generation, but I mean, it's a bulk of people in our age range coming together and trying to unite and make change, which seems to be exactly what the government doesn't want right now.
Mr. Chairman, I think there are some members on this committee who don't know that you're convinced, and they think that they can hold up moving forward with this markup today if they keep talking. Would you please let them know that you're going to go forward with this bill today so they can stop trying to influence you, so that they won't...
The gentlewoman will yield. Yes, I have every intention of going forward today, tomorrow, and however long it takes.
However long it takes. Is that right?
That's correct.
Mr. Chairman, do you think all of the members heard what you just said?
I'm sure they did.
Well, in that case, Mr. Chairman, would you use the gavel and your influence as the chairman to help move this along and stop your colleagues from wasting all of our time?
The media clearly is trying to paint it as a bunch of irrational extremists acting out. They're trying to make it seem like a minority group when it's clearly the majority. Even if the majority isn't represented necessarily there, the majority of people's views are being spoken out about, and I think that what the media and the government are trying to portray is that this is completely a small group of people. It's not the general populace way of thinking, and that they're trying to downplay it as much as possible, and also trying to make it out being like a violent protest group, which is also clearly not the case. I mean, I know that, well, Adam's dad's job is getting put overseas. My mom has a lot of medical issues, and she has to stay in a very low-paying job because of the health benefits that she barely gets. Things that should be free, things that should just be given. It's just not. There's nobody helping. I mean, both of our families have struggled just to make the bills. Most of the time they're choosing which bills to pay, which bills not to pay, and then I know myself, I put myself through college, Adam is putting himself through college, and there's just most of the time money's not there to go around. My name's Liz Knight. I went to Kutztown University for English, Lit, and History. I am currently an art director for an advertising company. I owe over $40,000 in student loans. I pay about $500 to $600 a month of that every month. I tried to talk that down, and they basically at the financial aid office will tell you that they would rather have you starving and homeless than not being able to make your financial aid bills. So that's basically what kind of help the government feels you deserve.